It's Veronica and Lewis.
On Triple J, that's Knife Edge from Matt Corby, who joins us now in the studio.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Quite good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get to the big question.
Yes.
You're at a party. Your phone's about to die. You look over, there's only one charger, one phone on there. It's on a certain number of percent. I won't say which, but you're about to die. Your friends are calling. They're trying to come to the party.
Well, you're about to die or your phone's about to
Your phone.
die? Okay, all
You're
right.
good. You're good. But you're about to go, Matt, where's the party? And you look over, and at what percentage do you kick their phone off for yours?
Well,
You don't know whose phone it is. You can't tell. You look at, whose phone is this, you're saying? No one hears you.
Well, yeah, again, that does take a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you should probably go to the effort to find out.
You can't. It's a jam. There are hundreds of people. It could take you hours. You've only got 1%. Come on, Matt, make a decision.
I guess anywhere from 30 to 40 is okay.
Okay.
You know, that's safe zone.
That's
Depending on how many apps you have open in your phone.
You
and,
can't
like-
check that. They're blocked.
No,
They're
I mean,
passcode.
that's true. Yeah. Okay.
You know, you try to add all these excuses. Just pick a number, Matt.
He's 35, is that what you're
Well,
saying?
yeah, let's go with 35.
Okay.
Yeah, nice, cozy 35.
Right, interesting.
Lewis likes to judge people according to it now.
All right.
So consider yourself judged
Yeah,
at
I'll
the
let-
very start of this.
Yours is higher than mine, so you've judged in a much better place than I am. Yeah.
Hey, it's so nice to have you in here because you were sick last time and you've had to reschedule shows, which is
Yes.
awesome. There's a Sydney show you're doing tonight and then
Yes.
one that's happening in July too.
Yes.
You're all better?
I am, yeah. I had a brief moment or 24 hours of pure fear when I had a laryngoscopy and someone told me I needed surgery. I was like, no, that's not good. That's kind of like my year gone. And then I went to someone else for a second opinion who had seen my voice before, and he was like, nah, your voice has always looked like that. It's like, it's just a bit messed up down there. And even the doctor was like, I'm surprised that you can sing like that with your vocal cartilage shaped the way it is. So
Okay.
I don't know, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of comical.
That's
but-
fine. I know there are a few singers who have unusual vocal cords who have had similar things. I know like Jimmy Barnes has always told that. People are like, you shouldn't be able to sing with your vocal cords. They are a mess. And
Well, it does sound like that a little bit in the most beautiful way possible. But yeah.
So what happened? You went into lockdown? What happens when that kind of thing?
I just didn't talk for a few days and try not to smoke too much and try to drink only water and get as much sleep as I could and try and stress as little about it as I could. But it was hard. I cancelled the show when people were there, and that was almost, I don't know, that made me feel really horrible as a human being. Like, and I didn't want to be responsible for bringing everyone to a place and disappointing them. So even that was like, it took me a couple of days just to be like, oh, okay, it's fine. Like if you fail, you kind of fail spectacularly sometimes, and that's all right. Hopefully people will understand. I think people mostly did, which is good.
At any point, did you think of just doing a mime show? just rolling with something else?
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli.
That would be amazing.
But the reactions we've been seeing from people who have been to your shows are glowing. People are absolutely loving it. The album that you just put out is it's a lot more about grooves. It's very sort of chill. How are you finding audiences are reacting and getting into it?
I think I've seen a shift in the kind of people that will come to the shows, which has been pretty interesting. I think people are understanding that everyone evolves, and I'm trying to continuously portray that musically and creatively. So I don't know. Yeah, I can't really explain it because I try not to pay too much attention to, if it's loved or hated too much or what kind of response it's getting. I've just kind of had way more maybe conscious conversations with people sort of post-show or about the album itself and stuff. So I think even that, in a way, that makes me feel kind of validated and that people are understanding what I was trying to say and the kind of thing that I'm trying to do just for this record. So yeah, honestly, I feel really good about it. I didn't think I would feel as good about it, but it's been really surprising and lovely. Yeah.
That's awesome. Kate from Melbourne, you were amused by some audience reactions.
Yeah, no, it was really funny. Just so chill and groovy, and you're just sort of chilling out and listening, and then, finish a song and someone screams out, "Oh, I love you," And
what do you
it's
say
like-
to that? Hey, he's like, yeah, cheers.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Every time. That's all I can say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much.
But you love the show, Kate?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was brilliant. Vera Blue killed it too, actually. She was amazing.
Yeah, she can sing.
Yeah, tell us about Vera Blue. How do you know her?
We met at a festival in Dungog, maybe, a while ago. Was it Dungog or was it... I think it was Dungog. Anyway, she's awesome. She's just sort of finding her feet and writing good music, and she can really, really sing, like properly, like Mariah Carey style, full hit the tea kettle, like notes up the top.
Would you ever do a duet?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, that would be a great idea. I mean, I don't often think to do those things, but I don't know why.
Please do it. Now that I've thought about it, I can't unthink that now, actually.
All right.
Last time you were speaking to Triple J, you were speaking to Matt and Alex, and you were in Brooklyn. But so, how are you enjoying being back in Australia?
I like it a lot better here, to be honest. It was we always seem to follow the winter around when we tour, so everywhere we are, it's freezing cold.
It's the worst idea. Who organised that?
I do know. I'm not going to publicly shame them. Yeah, no, it's all right. It toughens us up a bit. So when we come back here, it's just you hear birds again, and the sun, and the beaches, and I don't know. It's just a little bit calmer here. People are a little bit more friendly.
Where are you?
Actually, Americans live out loud. Like they're almost culturally, they're so in your face about everything. Like you know where everyone's at around you in America, basically. And that's why they work so well in their own country. And then Americans come over to other countries, and you're like, oh, shush, you're really loud and obnoxious. But they don't quite understand that people are more passive aggressive here. So,
but particularly because you've been spending time in such quiet places recently in Australia, right? Because you were sort of in Berry and Byron, and and did you record it or sort of start writing it in Byron or Berry in New South Wales?
Well, yeah, I was sort of half an hour out of Byron in a little place called Ballamble, and I was just sort of, I set up a bunch of instruments in that house for 6 months and just played and jammed with some friends and didn't really take any of the writing process too seriously or anything until I moved down to Cronulla again, where I'm from, and spent 6 months there, and then was like, okay, cool, I'm ready to record or just write a bunch of songs for an album. And that's when we found that little house in Berry. I was like, that's the jam, let's go right now. So yeah, and we stayed there for 2 months and did it.
Yeah,
because
cool. It seems from the outside, from sort of watching some of the process, that it was a fun album, a recording process, which isn't always the case.
Yeah, super fun. I think through the creative process, there was only ever maximum 3 people present, including me. So even that just makes things really easy, and it's easy for people to their intentions and all their creative kind of vision to be in line with each other. I think the more people you add, the more you try and please everyone, or people are just even sharing their opinions subconsciously through even body language or just small comments about the music that change the way that you want to think about it or create stuff. So it was easy. It was awesome, like super fun.
Because you played most of the instruments on the album.
Yeah, for all the demos, I played. It was just me playing stuff, and then basically I just taught. I got half of my band in, and they played whatever it is I couldn't quite get to, like gangster capacity, So yeah, there's a pretty decent mix of like stuff from the Berry recording demos and then stuff from when we recorded in Sing Sing, which is sadly closing down, I heard.
In Melbourne?
Yeah, which is unbelievable. We should try and save Sing Sing. Just like put it out on the radio.
That's crazy. I hadn't heard that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't really
Well, that's a bit of history.
Yeah, it is. That's like, no, it's really sad. And, the guys that run it are incredible. It's a full, proper studio, one of the only ones left in a lot of ways. So anyway, sorry. Tangent over.
When you're sitting there trying to play all the instruments on an album, what's the hardest for you to get your head around?
Well, it just depends. If you have really good rhythms, you can do anything. Even if you've recorded things well to a click, I mean, you can play around with a whole bunch of stuff. And I wanted to spend the longest on the drums, probably because it was the most foreign to me, and I want to get better at those bad boys. So even if I got takes right, I would still want to keep playing. It's like, I got this other little idea. Let's try this one.
Well, one person that certainly was hanging out with you while you were starting to learn music was Emma. Emma, you went to music class with Matt Corby.
Yeah, I did. So, hi, Matt.
Hi. Is this Emma Johnson?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, hey man.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, so I went through school with Matt and we did music together. And I just, like, your music style's changed so much, so it's so cool to hear, like, what you used to be like at school and then, like what you're doing now. But we used to have so much fun in music.
We did.
Lock yourself in the crack rooms and we do all sorts
The
of
crack
fun
rooms,
things.
not the crack rooms.
Yeah.
I would lock myself in the crack rooms.
Yeah, right. Oh, thanks, Emma. And you're going to go see the rescheduled show in July.
Yeah, in July. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice to talk to you, Emma.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm just chilling.
So you've got a few more shows left in Australia, playing a show in Sydney tonight, in Perth tomorrow night, and then that rescheduled show later on in the year,
in July.
as well. And then off to the States.
Yes.
What are you going to do before you head off to the States?
Oh, probably go to the dentist. Because you don't get a lot of opportunities when you're on the road. And you know, like, if you have a bad tooth back there and you're on tour, it's like pretty much game over.
Yeah.
As far as pain and...
That's a great tip for young artists.
Always go to the dentist before you go to America.
Well, your teeth look
Crucial.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're doing very well as far as I'm concerned. Thanks, Matt Corby. We're popping in.
Thank you. Cheers.
Veronica, Lewis, Triple J.